I don't feel as though I have the answers. I mean, I think that's what characterises philosophy generally, but I think that that really comes across in the way that I teach. So that even though I can argue for positions, and I want my students to feel, empowered to argue for certain positions, I want them to feel that being able to defend one single position is not the end of the inquiry. That basically you've got to kind of keep a kind of open mind about these philosophical problems. We want them to come out being competent to speak to anybody about any kind of range of philosophical problems. So like fairly standard problems relating to kind of knowledge and nature of time and that kind of thing, but also, as competent readers of people like Nietzsche and Kierkegaard, and have this kind of sense of why it is that, that philosophy is constantly looking for new ways to understand, the nature of human existence and what the world might be like and how these two things kind of go together. So I think that's why our program's kind of particularly interesting. Lots of people go to university, they do English, they do history, a lot of students do kind of psychology. So they're not vocational degrees. It's not that, there's a particular careers that are tied to these degrees. Where philosophy sits really well in that is that the kinds of skills that it gives you are much broader than any of these other subjects. You're having to read really, really difficult texts and then articulate the views that are expressed in those texts and articulate it critically. So being able to kind of read a text like that and then present the ideas to one of your peers, I think is an incredibly useful skill. When you're doing a course on, say, logic, you're having to pull arguments apart and come to terms with the actual building blocks of what makes an argument a good argument. Now, those kinds of skills are just, incredibly transferable, right? The kinds of jobs that our students will go into, our students are going to be brilliantly positioned for, because their skills range across these kind of creative aspects, but also across these qualitative aspects as well. But going to university is not just about preparing you for jobs, right? It also prepares you for thinking about what's important to you about your world, right? What do you want to fight for? What do you not want to fight about, right? In the ideas realm. So I think it's the perfect subject for preparing people for jobs and preparing them for what's more important, which is living a life that hopefully they'll find rewarding.